So I think we're looking good. I think we're looking good. Welcome back. My name's Spatium, and we are building with Spatium again. This time, we're in space, as you can see. And we want to make a little small vessel. So the plan for this episode is I want to make a small vessel that has jump capabilities and has good cargo space. This is a exploration small vessel, not combat. Maybe we'll have a gun if there's enough CPU. But the biggest thing is I want to stay underneath the tier 1 threshold. I don't want to have to put extenders on this thing because I don't have those things as of right now in our current playthrough. I very well could easily get them, but I think it's a good challenge to try to keep it under tier 1 just to see what we can throw on here. Bare minimums. Let's see if it's even possible. If not, we'll see. We'll see. You know, there's no harm in it. So, right out the gate, let's go grab ourselves a core, or what in the world is it called? One of Z's. We're gonna need maybe some steel. I want to keep it small because that is, well, I guess I could just filter. You gotta keep it the green. So we're gonna need RCS, definitely RCS. I don't know how many small generators, probably just 1 or 2. But I'm gonna grab 5 just because. Oxygen, not gonna need 10, but I'm gonna grab 10. Fridge, definitely need a fridge. I don't know thruster-wise what we'll need, but we'll bring them. I don't think we're gonna use medium thrusters, but we can if we need to. Oxygen station's a must. I already had RCS. Shutter doors could be interesting. Cockpit, we're gonna keep it light instead of the armored one, just to kind of keep it lowish volume, because that's 300, 450, or 445 mass. That's nearly double the mass-ish, a little less than double, really. Landing gear, yes. Heavy, I don't think so. I don't know if we're gonna have any sensors or these doodly bobs, but maybe. Lights, most definitely. That, most definitely. Doors, probably not too many. Let's just grab 5, maybe 1. I have an idea, and I'll explain in a minute. Jump drive, attack side can, force fields, maybe. I doubt it, but maybe. Trauma station, we'll bring one of those. No boosters. Wireless connection, yes. Detector, yes. Container for those. Grab a whole bunch of these. No harvester. We're not going to have any drills on this thing. If we need to drill something, we'll step out. Ammo controller, possibly. Maybe ramps. Maybe a couple cargo boxes. I'm doubting it because they're not as good as the container controller expansion. I don't think I'm going to put any shield generator, and I'd rather not use these if I don't have to. So I think that's all we're going to need. I don't know if I'm going to do any of this stuff just yet. So right out the gate, let's go ahead and start this mamma jamma. And internal error, we're going to ignore that, hopefully. Let's get a light. You know what? It might be easier to do this in a drone. Yeah. So we're facing that way. So, okay, my idea of what I want. I kind of want this to have an inside. Because as we've seen in my other small vessel that I've made, the space miner, everything's just kind of on the outside. Like, here, let me spawn it in here. You know, all this is on the outside. I keep getting errors. Something's amuck in this world. Might need to get a new world next time. Like everything's on the out. This is pre our Let's Play. I haven't even updated this. I should override it. But we have the container, we have a fridge, the harvester controller, another container, oxygen, health, and that over here. It's kind of, I mean, it makes it slick and small, and it keeps the CPU down. I mean, we're right there at the cusp of it. That's probably because of all of those. There's a lot of medium thrusters and drill bits. But I'm hoping this is going to be a little bigger, but I'm okay with that because it's supposed to be an exploration vessel. So it's not supposed to be tiny, compact, this little drilling guy, you know? It's going to be a little bigger. So I'm hoping that's not going to be in the way. But yeah, let's go get started. So I want the... Man, caution fragile. I'm just going to use steel, I think. I want the core to be on the inside. So like on the floor, I think. So kind of like, well, I guess I'm kind of building that whole thing that I just destroyed, huh? Like what? How big of an inside am I thinking? Like kind of that maybe? Because if I'm a human being, well, see, we're gonna have issues too, because if we're in space, there's no gravity generator on small vessels, like gravity. Oh? Gravity groups, generators vary. But, okay. So here's a test. What does it cost? We only have iron, copper, silicone. How expensive is this thing? Titanium, elemental pentaxide, neodymium, elemental pentaxide. I don't know if I can actually get that. I don't know. Let me see what... Oh, wait. Oh, I might not need. It's so big. Extra small. Can I get that? I don't know if I can make that. You know what? That might be a later addition then. Maybe make note of it that I could possibly add a gravity generator. Because I'm only thinking once I'm in space and I want to like hop out of the ship while there's no gravity, I want to be floating willy-nilly up in my spaceship. And it might be kind of awkward trying to like attempt to walk through my spaceship with no gravity. Well, not really gonna be walk. I'm gonna have to use my jetpack to like just kind of float through the spaceship. So maybe that might be an issue, but we'll see. We shall see. I do love the idea of an open cockpit. So now I kind of want one more. Let's do one more. Yeah, that works. Good. Oh, I didn't grab glass. I'm gonna have to grab glass. Yes, windows. Don't know if I'm gonna need any of that. Maybe wings. I don't know. We'll see how it feels. So I think I want to keep like a 3x3 in here. I am gonna have to make a ground for this because this ain't gonna be touching. Ain't touching? It's not gonna be the outside, so I think it's gonna have a little bit of a shell. Yeah. Okay. That's probably all right. I want to keep my head room for windows. I want to be able to see as much as I can possibly see. Maybe get rid of this and that. Maybe put windows there as well. Meaning I should probably make it a little bit easier to see. Okay. Why don't we go ahead and put these guys in here? Because these guys need to be able to fit. So maybe kind of keep them in line, maybe? I'm not quite sure. That's kind of big. That is pretty big. Wonder, can I just... Oh, nope. Wonder if I can do one of these. Do I want it on the back? Because this, I don't want it too big either. I'm thinking that is big enough. Maybe that's just kind of my station. Maybe I exit. This is a door. Maybe this is what this is. Then I could put like a fridge here. It's kind of out there. It's all kind of right there. But do I need to get a wrong button? Like the respawn guy, you know? Well, I guess I'll just spawn around me. I guess I don't really need what it would be called in here. Gosh, what's the word I'm looking for? Cloning chamber. Yeah, there's no cloning chamber for a small vessel. No such thing. We'll have to live with that. So, internals, it's going to be that, this, here. These aren't, I'm not particularly, I mean, these are going to be in the back. I think vitals are going to be in the back. So this isn't entirely important either, honestly. But I kind of like the idea of it being right here. Looks interesting. Neat, maybe. I don't know. This might be all this is. We might now... Well, I guess maybe the ammo controller and this guy. Let's see. No, I want that to stay. Maybe some of this. Gotta make it 3 tall, because yes. Maybe a big dome on the front. This is a very crude shape. Maybe we'll hopefully be able to make this look a little nicer. But I think that is kind of what I want for door. Can I have a door or shutter? Ooh. Is that weird? Kind of looks a little strange, no? Do I just want to shutter instead? 3 by 3. I mean, that's probably better. A little opening right there. I don't know. You know what? Let's leave that open for debate for now. Because now I need to add the butt. And that would include... Actually, I just want... What if I do that there, that there. That's the ammo controller. I don't know if there's going to be gun on this. This might change into nothing. But I think that's all I really need. I don't think I need much more than that. That's like 250 bullets. Or even 2,500 bullets. That's more than plenty. So let's cover that up. So I can add more ammo or more cargo space. A 1,000. I'm kind of feeling more. You know? Feeling a lot more. Because this needs to be an exploration vessel. 28. How much more is that? 3,000. Am I okay with that amount of cargo? Am I okay with that amount of cargo? I think I can be. Maybe fluff out the sides a little bit. I could make it a little longer. But how are we looking at CPU right now? Nothing. And I think it's going to be all about thrusters. That's, I think, where CPU is going to come in. So actually, I'm going to fluff this out a little bit more. I'm going to have much more. This might get kind of heavy. I think I need to adapt for that. One too high. I'm not ready to do the top just yet. I'm not entirely positive what I want done. Yes, I think this works. Yep, let's do the bottom like that. I think I'm okay with this. So how much is that now? 5,000, a little bit over 5,000. That I'm fine with. I think that's okay. Maybe leave space to grow. I don't know. I don't want this too long. I mean, it's not really even that long right now. Because if I throw thrusters on there, that's pretty much the extent of it. Is just the back's going to be all oxygen. Let's leave room to grow. I don't think we'll need it. But let's go and throw a generator right there. You know what? No, let's make that armored. And now let's throw a generator. Yeah, that works. Maybe we'll surround the generator with 2 fuel cells. How much fuel does that give us? 1,200. If this is an exploration vessel, I think it's gonna need more fuel, right? It's gonna need a lot more fuel than that. Maybe that much. 3,000. I think that's okay. It's a good amount of fuel. Don't think we'll need it all, but... Oops. Slid my feet. What if... Is this just too... What if I put oxygen right here? I'm trying to make sure I don't lose too much space. I might have to come back for RCS, because some of this might have to be destroyed and put RCS instead. What if I put oxygen here? Kind of make it more utilitarian. Kind of like, it's our oxygen supply. 5,200. I don't know if I go through oxygen that fast, but I think I'm going to bring some oxygen tanks with me. I think that'll be good. You know what, just for giggles, I could even throw 2 more right there, or 3 more right there. 7,500. I think we're fine. I think we're good. I don't know if we'll need another generator. I don't. We're at 2,100 power or stats. Max output is 1.1. Yeah, let's fill these bad boys up. Fill. Fill. Let's turn it on. Stats, consumption. Max. Where's my max consumption? Power left. 26 hours. Doesn't really say. But we'll see when we put the engines and what have you on. I think I'm done with that now. I'm not going to put any cargo boxes, regular cargo boxes on. I don't know about generators. We're going to need some of that. I don't think I'm going to put any carbon composite either. So let us... Oh, we need to put this somewhere. I think this will just live here. Oh, yes, we need to put... Oh, Lord, this is a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. Oh, wow. This might actually have to go down here. Oh, wow. This is a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. Oh, me pajamas. Because, like, you look at the tank, it's, like, small. I just kind of assumed it would be roughly the same size. But I guess it makes sense. It's a jump drive. It's gotta be good. Smack that on the bottom, maybe. How are we looking? CPU-wise, we're holding in there. That means I could just throw that there. And we're looking at 2,000 more CPU, meaning not too many of this. This is, we need to put 5 CPU seems, that's too many. 1,000? This might burn us here. Let's see. 4,500. How are we looking statistically? That's the quickest roll I've ever seen. I don't know if we're going to need that. 65 degrees a second. I mean, we're thinking about that. That's perfectly fine for like a exploration vessel. This isn't a combat vessel. It's thick. Yeah, let's add the walls. We can make it fun looking a little later. I just want to see armor-wise we're doing good. I think that might actually lower that as well. So we might need it again, but we'll see. Because we are going out a ways. So the only thing that left to make CPU is these guys. And if we're looking at 42, that means I can do 17 thrusters. And if you think about it, you need 4 per axis. So 4 down, 4 top. That's 8 already. And then 4 on the sides, 16. And then front and back, you're already kind of looking at 24. 24 is going to be 2,400 if we go with the 100. So 24 times 100, 2,400. 24 times 75. Let's see. 24 times 75. 1,800. And we're working with 1,700. We are not going to be doing well. So something's got to change. And what would that be? There's an argument to be had that the weapons locker is not needed. I'll move the fridge over. But did the weapons locker even do anything CPU-wise? It didn't. So the argument to be had about the weapon locker is no longer necessary because it means nothing. Hmm. Trauma station takes 300 CPU. But I mean, dermal, open wound, fracture, it has a lot of good benefits. Hmm. Now here's a question. What if... No, okay, here, hear me out now. What if we throw a landing pad on top and put our mining vessel on top of this? Then I wouldn't need any of this because it's all in the mining vessel already. You know what? I want to take it out for now. We can add it in later if we so desire. But we just saved a lot more CPU. And I'm going to need that. Let me throw this back on here. I'm trying to cover up all the internal, the important bits. I don't want it too heavy, but I also don't want too light. This allows it to have a unique shape, and then we can kind of mold it. Right. That's looking good. So what do we... You know what? I'm going to add... Well, how much CPU is this? This is no CPU at all. So what if I do a 3x5? That's too big. 1x3. Is there a different page? There's 2 pages, but the second page has nothing. Oh, and the first page has nothing now too. I broke it. Oh, no. Oh, bother. Well, we're trashing those. I was thinking about putting, like, a barrier right there to make it look like it's behind the barrier. But, yeah. No, it's going to act up like that. So what do we have here? We have... How heavy is she now? 48-degree roll. Not amazing. Still manageable. I think I'm okay with it like that. So, I'm thinking we are going to have to use small thrusters for this guy. I just don't feel like we have the power, you know? We don't really have the power to make it anymore. Maybe right there and there. Let's just go ahead and just throw them all on first. What if we... Yeah, we're gonna need to get rid of that and that. Where did I put the other one? Did I throw it over there? Yeah, I did. I put it right with that in line. So we've got the top and the sides. Let's get the bottom, and then we gotta get the front and the back. What if we just kind of hold one of these? See, now let's take a look at CPU. Got 1,000. So now we have more to play with because those sides aren't... Those are more for stability and maneuverability. So now we want forward and back. Not too great in the spinning aspect of things, it seems. Well, not terrible. I mean, all things considered. So now I think we can afford making a little bit bigger of engines. So why don't we maybe put that and that on the back. What do I want in the front? Where do I want this on the front? That seems a little excessive. What if it's like right here? So now the roll's better because of all the engines. 10, 10. It's pretty slow this way. It's kind of a bulky thing. We might be able to throw more thrusters on here. But we're getting to that point of thrusters or gun. Because if we're truly thinking no gun whatsoever, which can we even... We have less than... We have 400. Can we even put a gun on here at all? This takes 1,000 CPU for a minigun. But if we put a regular gun, 800 CPU. We're not putting any guns on this. So we can go ahead and take out that and that. Meaning, actually, now that I think about it, I can go ahead and expand this just a smidge more with the things I threw away. I need more of... What are those beautiful extensions? There it is. Beautiful. And we can cover that up. And that means now this is just a little bit more. A little bit better. A wee bit better. Let's extend that this way. Some of that actually might be glass. But we'll see. Might want to be able to see out the sides instead of just the front. So now that we kind of have this crude shape, it's kind of... It has character. Kind of looks like a fish. So maybe... Let's take a look. We still have 400. Meaning... You know... Gosh. 4 of these... Are basically like 6 of these. We're not... Maybe, okay. Maybe this is what we got to look at. We got to look at here. What do we want better? I'm thinking the side to side is only 10 meters per second or second squared. I think that's got to be better. So I might actually throw, if I can do it correctly, another one of these on both sides. What does that do for 10 meters per second? Makes it 15. Okay. And we're looking at CPU. We're still doing all right. We could add a little bit more because 15, 20, 20. I'm not too worried about up and down. Oh, that's going to be interesting for... You know what? Why don't we add... a thruster here and a thruster here. Because this might actually be too heavy at some point. So we have 2 thrusters there. CPU, we're right at the money. Because I might need to lift... I mean, we're going to have to lift off. And if this thing's heavy, not going to be able to. So we could throw those guys on a switch. Like flip him on to activate extra thrusters. So why don't we actually... Oh, we have these guys already. We might actually do that. That sounds interesting to me. So I think everything that is going to be a device is on here. So let's toss everything else that would use CPU because we got no CPU left to spend. We're gonna need lights. This luckily doesn't use CPU, doesn't use, these are all the other bits and bobs, the fancies. We're not gonna be using any of those guys. I mean, they don't use CPU, so I could throw them in there. There's no reason not to. Well, I mean, obviously just use CPU. I'm not gonna be able to throw that. That generator looks like an interesting thing, but I'm not entirely sure just yet. What are we looking at ingredient wise? See, that's not bad. This is all so far to make basically a functional exploratory vehicle. And I think I'm okay. I think I want to put the landing pad on top. And that actually goes with the thrusters down here, because if I have like the shuttle pretty much on top of here, I'm gonna need those extra thrusters to really lift me off the ground before I can turn upwards and use my bigger thrusters to go up. So I'm okay with this. I think this is fantastic. So do I do the cockpit first with the glass, or do I try to do all this stuff? This is the quandary I always have issues with, because this back here all could be molded with the, you know what? I have everything that needs to be armored. Why don't I use composite from here on out? Because everything's guarded. If any other, the corner blocks don't need to be armored. It's more of just aesthetically pleasing, kind of rounded out and what have you. So I'm okay with it being lighter, and it can flake off if it needs to be. Like, totally fine with that. So actually, let's go ahead and throw the landing gear on. What kind of landing gear are we gonna have? Because these don't take any CPU. We could have a 3. You know what? Let's do that. That's fun. And then we flip that around. No, right? That's too far. Because if I throw the gear out, can I throw the gear out? I can't. Because that's 2, and that's 3. So this actually needs to be here. Which actually I'm kind of fine with. Was that the right way? Yeah, it was. Oops. Yeah, because then that'll be... Yeah, that works. Nice. I'm totally okay with that. That's interesting. Oh, that's a fun one for like a fighter. Fold aside, then a docking pad. Okay. Well, I think we're done with those. Lights. So these are going to be necessary. Maybe one there. I'll come back to this. I think that's the main one we're going to need. But I don't know if I'm going to need more than that. I might have it on the sides, maybe. Kind of like a... to be able to, like, see everything as I'm going around. And not just having to face it to see it. But we'll come back to that. So let's... You know what? Why don't we just start making this pretty? So how are we going to make this pretty? I don't know. I think we are just going to kind of go for it. Maybe round out the edges like this. maybe. I kind of like that though. Hmm. No, like V situation. Hmm. You know, let's just do these first. Let's go from the all the way in the back, then go forward. So we want one of those. Let's get rid of this and that. All right, I gotta figure out how to do symmetry. Symmetrical plane, X, Y. How do I move section, shift? Oh, wait, what? Oh, I did it. Would you look at that? Nice. Okay. Real nice. So, yeah, that looks good. I like that. I dig it. I can dig it. We'll do something like that. So then I need the triangle corner here. Triangle corner there. Then I want one of these again. Right there. Yeah. Yeah, we're cooking with gas now. And we're right there. I think that's good for that. Do I want to do anything interesting here? That's not the direction I want to go. You know what? Let's do it. Then why don't we throw that, and that was right there. Yeah, kind of make it a little bit interesting. Sure. Sure, I say. Sure. Now, do I want to keep fluffing it out there? It'll make this flatter if I kind of cone it right away. I'll lose this interesting shape. I don't think I want to lose that. I think I want to work with it as much as I can. So what if I do one of, I start from the top, do one of these to kind of make it come back out. And then do one of those, do one of these. Not much I can do with that, so I will fill it in. Kind of make it a little bit more flowy, less structured. I don't think I'm going to be able to do anything with that and that. So let's go ahead and make that kind of, make it like a ring right here. That'll look good. Continue to work with these. This shape is, this and the regular corners, like those three are going to be the main shape, it seems. Now the question, what to do with this area? Do I want to cut it off like that? Because that would cause that to stick out a little bit more. Do I have to cut the other side too? I do. Do I want to put it here? Now, can I do a thinner ramp? I can. Oh, well that doesn't. Oh yeah, it does. Perfect. Okay. Now what does that mean for... Is there a ramp situation? Is that what I want? Might be what I want, right? No, this side needs to be bigger. Might not be the right. Oh, keep pressing the wrong buttons. This is corner D. I think that's what I want, right? Notched corner. This could be it. I mean, that flushes with that, but not really that. Ramp connector A. Right. Ramp connector B. Well, let's flip them around a little bit. That's what I wanted. Yep. Yep, that's exactly what I wanted. So now we do I'm guessing this. Nice. I'm guessing we do the inverse. Ooh, wait. Yeah. Inverse of this. So one of these. Flip her around, toss her around. Da 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 da. Yeah. So left corner. Did I pass it? I want to do It's kind of hard to see. No. Is that it? No. Is that the right? I think that's correct. Yep, that's correct. Oh, but is that what I want? Because now we're kind of getting into even thinner back here. Like, do I just kind of want to... make it like that? But is that too up? This session is going to be split. I will be back to this. This is part 1. Part 2 will be finishing this. So I think we're looking good. I'm sure I'll be done with this before this video even gets released. So this vehicle might actually be in the Let's Play before this video gets released. But, you know, any comments, concerns, anything that could help me out, I always appreciate it. And if you like this type of just kind of laid back building of a thing, better than my hover vehicles, I'll say that. This thing is, so far, looks a lot better. Those things that I made on the ground are boxes. I have nightmares about that gun box. But yeah, if you like this, you know, leave a like, maybe subscribe, up to you. But I'll catch you guys next time. I've been Spatium. Bye-bye.